Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I'm bringing you a 2 vs 2 battle in Total War Attila. And this was a very, very epic battle, very close, pretty much down to the wire, because that's what the replay is named. So let's go over the army comps real quick before the battle begins, and then we'll get on to the bloodshed. So I am playing as the Alans, and my buddy here, James the Great, is playing as the Franks. And we are facing two Sassanid armies. So in the front, I've got about 7 units of the Sarmatian band, 3 units of the elite Agathersi warriors. So they're kind of like a heavy-handed polearm unit. And then I've got 4 units of Alani horse archers. 2 units of Salmatian heavy cavalry, so like a heavy shock cav, and I've got my general as well, the Atlanti general. Let's look at this cav going forth. Really nice. And I'm just gonna put it on slow-mo for a bit there. So taking a look at the Franks, there's 4 units of Germanic bows. And then there's some sword Hirben, so they're just a medium sworded infantry. And looks like some units of axe Hirben, 3 units of them, and then 2 units of Francisca Hirben. And for the cav force, a lot of Frankish lancers, looks like 6 units of them. And the general is a Germanic noble, and he's got 1 unit of Sacra Francisca. These guys look pretty awesome, actually. Let's see if we can get a good shot of them. Very nice. That's pretty cool. So looking at the Sassanid enemies, you can see my horse archers. I'm just slowly trying to skirmish them, but I think we have time to check out the army comps. So it looks like we got some Persian brigade in the front, nice cheap units, about 5 units of them. 2 units of Armenian slingers, 2 units of elite immortal spears. He's got 4 units of Armenian slingers, sorry about that. And then he's got Safbed as his general. And for his cav force, he's got some Pushtaban cataphracts, 3 units of them, and an armored Indian war elephant. Looking at the second enemy, bringing some pagan band, some Armenian slingers, 2 units of them. He's got a naft thrower, armored Indian elephants. He's got some cataphracts here, 3 units of them, and another Safbed, the general. And looks like he's got some Persian brigade in front as well. So pretty much mirror image armies. So that's pretty much it. Looking at the forces, so we got 4,800 versus 4,246. So let's put this on play and watch the battle unfold. So I'm constantly trying to kite the enemy. I want to A, get them out of position, and B, I kind of want to get some fire arrows out onto these Indian elephants. I want them to rout. But the Indian elephants, much more tough than the African elephants. The Indian elephants are much more heavily armored. You can see I'm pulling back a lot of my forces here. I don't really want to engage just yet. I kind of want to use my horse archers to their fullest potential. Ooh, yep, firing into the cataphracts there. Not really doing a lot of damage, though. Barely killing anyone, so probably a mistake to bring such cheap horse archers. I thought I'd be able to get more done with them, but doesn't really look like it. And it does look like the cataphracts are going to catch me in melee, but I send forwards my cataphracts as well. And the melee has begun. And yes, this is a losing battle for me. I'm not going to be able to hold against the Sassanid cataphracts with my heavy cavalry. They are heavy shock and I'm medium shock. But yeah, just trying to harass the elephants as best as I can. Checking over on the other side of the battle. It looks like James the Great, he's not interested in engaging just yet. So kind of just pulling back on all flanks.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Yeah, look at that. My cav, they're breaking pretty much right away. So that kind of sucked, but I don't know. Sometimes horse archers are so effective against cav, and then other times they're just really not. I'm sure these cataphracts are the elite of the elite, so they've got a lot of armor, a lot of missile chance block. So can see the far side Sassanid player moving forwards his slingers to try to get in range. But I think James the Great may get a nice charge off on these slingers here. He is going to try to run them away, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, they're actually throwing point-blank range into them. Ooh, and that was a really soft charge. It almost looked like they were on walk there. Pushing forward some Persian brigade to back up his slingers. But James the Great's going to get out of there with his cav, losing quite a few, though, in the process. Looking at the other side, I am able to skirmish the enemy because he was just standing there, but I have a missile weapon. So, yeah, a lot of Attila just ripping through these lightly armored Persians. And here, are they going to engage? Oh, this one's breaking right away pretty much. And the rest of the Persian brigade, look at that, just being stomped by my heavy infantry. Yeah, they're not going to stand up, but they do have some support. Here comes the Indian war elephants.
The men are running. Stand and fight, damn you!
Gonna crash into my heavy infantry and do a lot of damage. Oh! Yeah, so turning back on the HUD here. So I pretty much broke the main line instantly, but he's got his elite immortal spears. And I'm getting hit with both Indian war elephants, so that's really hurting me. You can see one of the generals trying to sneak around, but I've got my general. I'm going to send him into the melee to try to keep him from rear charging my men.
They are trying to take out our general.
Looking over at James the Great, I think he's having about the same amount of success with those Persian brigades. Like, they're just really cheap units. They're pretty much like Saxon... what are they called? They're like Nordic band, like just really cheap units, kind of just to throw into the battle. It looks like he did get the Naft throwers out of position there and is just wrecking them. So that's looking good for on his side. How's the cav battle going? Ooh, not that good.
The enemy has killed our general.
And my general is dying on the other side, unfortunately. Looks like this cav battle is going pretty strong here. Let's put it on a slow-mo here, because I don't want to miss too much of the battle, because it just goes by so fast. Yeah, as you can see, a lot of the Persian cav trying to lock up all of the Frankish calves so that their elite immortals can get into the battle, but
the general has been killed.
Yeah, I think that the one general, yes, actually I was able to slay the one general over here. So he was killed, which is excellent, but the other Sassanid general is still alive and well over on this side. So I'm making excellent progress, but with the two Indian elephants, you can see that just a lot of my troops have just broken from the battlefield. All of my horse archers just pretty much breaking right away, which is really frustrating to see. And yeah, I think the general is going to go in here for a glorious charge. My men are pretty out of position, so it will be a good charge. Oh yeah, just running through my men. Yeah, doing a great job there. This one unit does hang on, though, and I do get the general down from about 70. I think he gets down to like 50 or 40 by the time this unit breaks, so that was really awesome. But on the other side, pretty much my infantry are wiped out.
Men have thrown down their weapons and are
Yeah,
fleeing.
that's pretty much it. So that's the dent I was able to make. Looking out onto James's side, he's pretty much cleaned up the other army quite successfully, I would say. Because you'll see after this cav unit breaks here that what is left in the battle. Yeah, so let's put it back on slow-mo again for a minute. So yes, two armies are completely wiped out at this point. The Sassanid player fighting James the Great has been wiped out, and myself fighting the other Sassanid player has been wiped out. So now it's almost like it's a 1v1, which is really, really cool. So let's take a look at what everybody has left. So James the Great, he's got, I believe, he has 3 units of cav. Yeah, so he has 2 units of depleted cav and 1 fairly healthy one. He has 2 units of archers left. He's got some Axe Herban. He's got some Francisca Herban. Yeah, so he's got 4 axes total. Oh, and he has 3 archers, actually. And he's got a unit of Sword Herban, and he has his general who hasn't even been engaged yet, so that is a huge plus for him. Looking at the enemies, so the only thing left from the one army that James the Great was facing was this Indian armored elephant, because both of them engaged me. So he has just this left, but this is the bulk of the other Sassanid player. So he has 4 units of slingers without any ammo left, 2 units of immortal spears, a very depleted Indian war elephant unit, and Safbed. So this is pretty much it. We've got 1,062 for our side, 819 for the enemy. So cast your votes now.
Easy, lad. I think the bastard's dead. All the men can shoot, sir.
They're still so confident. So yeah, the Sassanids definitely have the ranged advantage, but unfortunately all their ranged units are out of ammo. And he has these 2 units of really elite immortal spears, but the problem is that he's very outnumbered as far as heavy infantry goes. And the general is the 1 unit of cav left, and he's also outnumbered in the cav department. The only thing that can really turn the tide for him are these 2 units of Indian war elephants, and 1 is already wavering. So look at the death over here. These guys, they're like throwing up. They're exhausted.
Keep going, lads.
If you want to leave here with your lives, you're gonna have to fight one more battle.
I'm knackered. Me too.
Yeah, you can see just the dead where my army was engaged. Got like a lone horse over here, just wandering around looking for his master. Just tons of dead cav over here. In hindsight, thinking about my army, probably wouldn't have brought... I won't be bringing those archers again. You might as well splurge for the really expensive archers, or don't bother bringing any of them at all, because they're really just not going to get much done aside from harassment. Three minutes left in the battle. The archers are looking back. They hear the march of the soldiers behind them. Very nice. You can see the cav riding to their respective flanks. The Persians are moving forwards. James the Great, he's using his bows and his wavering units of sword Herban to kind of, you know, deflect the initial charge. And he's also kind of kiting them as well. getting a few more kills. Ooh. Yeah, firing into these Armenian slingers here, affecting their morale. But they're going to have to charge in at this point because they are out of ammo. Oh, he's going to try to get his archers out of there. Oh, and Safbud is firing from his horse as well. Oh, but the you can see the throwing axes flying, hitting the Armenians in the back. That's great. You can see Safbed there. Oh, he actually gets caught out in melee. He's going for a nice charge here, but that really didn't help him one bit. And now he's going to try to pull out, but unfortunately he's going to lose quite a few men in the process. On the other flank, you can see the elephants. They're pretty much broken. They were just too weak from the other battle. They're not gonna get much done. We got the cab battle over here with the 2 solitary war elephants left. Oh, they're cheering. And I think that's Safbed broken. Yes, it is. So the Armenian spears, you can see, are wavering. They're going to start to rout. Yep, there they go. You can see the Elite Immortals, though. He actually put them into square formation. So they are going to hold for a little bit more time. We'll just watch the rest of this infantry grind here. Kind of the final ditch effort. Oh, some good kills there. And they broken. So there we go, Pyrrhic victory. Epic battle. I really enjoyed playing it, so let's take a look at the results here. So you can see my army. Yeah, the horse archer is pretty much a waste of money at that point. My cav doing okay, not the greatest, but my infantry line for their price did quite well, and these units did okay, this one getting 134 kills, but unfortunately a lot of my units just were routed by the war elephants. And looking at James the Great, his MVPs were these Sword Herban, getting 303 kills, that's insane, 259, 203, his cav doing quite well. Archers not so much, but everybody else doing pretty solid. Looking at Night Flight, which is the one that was facing against James the Great. So his Armenian Slinger is actually doing quite well. Or sorry, no, not doing well. What are these? The Persian Brigade, surprisingly doing well. 162 kills, 117 here. Cav doing excellent. His General doing good. And this Indian War Elephant, 405 kills on my army. And then you look at Space Cat's 251, so 650 losses for my army. So you do the math at how many that is. But yeah, Space Cat, his cav doing excellent, his Elite Immortals doing excellent, Safbed doing excellent, his Slinger's doing really well, but his Persian Brigade just got trashed by my men. So yeah, really epic battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more Total War Attila content, and I will see you in the next one.